guys, it's Teals from Teals Gold, and I just wanted to stop by to let you know my experience with Pelikan Hub. But let's go on an adventure.
Florida time, I ain't so round and thick. Slim waist, pretty face, you Florida fine. So you ain't gotta pay for drinks no more. Cause I done found what I've been looking for all along. I'm talking about where the ring, everything. No niggas sweaty, babe, that's a thing to my love language. Let them say what they say. If I to be like out of fuck today, get married in the club. I'm talking about swimming in Benjamins. You can get it in, fit it in the back of my truck for me. Don't take your love from it. Clearly you need a club husband. Need a club husband.
Okay, and we're back, okay? Let me explain my adventure to you guys because you just got to come along with me. First off, I signed up for Pelikan Hub in Baltimore, so I was able to go to the Paper Herald. Shout out to Ashley. Now, in between my way from Virginia to Maryland, I stopped at Pen Boutique. Y'all know I go to Pen Boutique once a quarter. I drive up there, and I think it's in Columbia or Columbus. It's one of those two. So what I did is I went from my house, I went to Pen Boutique, and then I went to the Paper Herald. But that is the order that I went there in. The reason I'm making the video is because I have stuff to show you. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to show the bag that I packed. This is the Superior Labor bag. It's my mini bag. It is heavy. Okay, this is everything I brought with me to Pelikan Hub, and I want to go through what I packed, and then we're going to talk about what I shouldn't have packed. What did I use? What did I not use? So we'll go through that first. The second bag we're going to go through is my ink purchases. I made the grown-up decision to do my first large ink haul, and you guys are here for it. Okay, this is the most inks that I've ever bought at one time. And not just that, I want us to swatch it and see what they look like, because 3 of these I do know what they look like and 2 of them I don't. So we're going to swatch them. You let me know which ones you like. The third bag that we're going to go through is my goodie bag. So this is the gift bag from Pelikan Hub that we got from the Paper Herald. And I'm going to show you what I have in here. So that is the order that we're going to go through this video. Stay with me. Okay, welcome back. And this is everything that I had inside of this Superior Labor bag. So we're going to go through this, okay? Let me move it on out the way so we can break it down. All right. The first thing I want to go over is my mild liners, okay? These were the mild liners that I chose to come with me. 4 of these came from my last trip to Japan, and then I filled it up with the normal colors that I usually use. So I brought these. The next thing that I bought was Purell hand sanitizer, okay? We all know why, and it's safe for everybody to do so. This is an event where people will be sharing pens, paper, ink bottles. I just always like to make sure that I am not spreading anything, but also to make sure, I heard there was going to be food at the event. So therefore I was like, okay, people, not washing their hands or whatever properly, we want to make sure we're safe. And if you want to know where I got this little single pack from, I ordered 300 of these off Amazon. So I take them to every event. Next up is these Wearing Gold, the ink swatch, cards. There we go. I brought these. They make sense. And then I also decided to bring my contact cards. Now, I was the only person who brought contact cards, so I really did enjoy handing these out. I bought a roll of napkins, paper towels, because you heard you're going to clean your utensils, right? I also brought my sticker, my reusable sticker book. So I made sure to bring it to have a variety of stickers with me. One thing that I enjoyed doing, I have my own ink labels, and I had put a couple in here. But I guess I forgot that I actually packed an entire sheet of these to come with me, so I didn't even have to use these. Next up is empty ink vials and my handy dandy syringe, which I take to every pen ink event. I bought 2mm and 5mm. My goal for this was I was going to get samples of the 2mm, and if I found something I really liked, I was going to take a sample of 5mm, depending on what I bought or what I saw. And I have one little like pipette in here for somebody else to use at the same time if I was using my syringe. I also brought my pen case. As y'all know, this will be in videos for the next year until the next pen show and I find another one. Okay, let's see. What I had in here was a washi tape ripper, and I have my own swatch cards. Clearly, I forgot they were in there. But if you went to the Rightfully Scribe One Saturday Morning event, this was the digital download that you received, and I have found a way to get them cut, printed and cut, and I now have them packaged. So they will be available in the shop later. But if you are a part of the Rightfully Scribed group, this is available for you digitally. So here are the pens that I took. I took my Platinum. I think this is called Shape of Heart. This one is empty. And I emptied it out and I cleaned it because I wanted the new ink that they had for the year, the apricot, the Edelstein apricot. I wanted that to go in here so I could write as soon as I got it. I have my Pilot Vanishing Point. This is my everyday pen, so it's always in here. I did change the ink out from Dragon's Blood to the Platinum. You know, they have the Platinum has that like mixing ink on the inside. It writes like a brown, and I love it, so I use it as a regular ink. I brought my Esterbrook and the Coffee Monsters Co. collab pen. I always carry this pen because I got the nib ground to italic. So for me to always have my italic nib on hand, this is clearly, like, this stays in here, to be honest. These two, they stay in here. I brought my Mont Blanc Walt Disney pen with me as well. I brought it so I could fill it with something that would be cool there. This is also empty. And I wanted to show up with a really nice pen. And I brought my Benu, my champagne pink one. This was actually the winner out of the group. I brought this and everybody wanted to try it. We legit, they puff past the pen, to be honest. They took the pen, they wrote with it, they passed it to the next person. That's what they did with this pen. If you haven't seen this pen in person, you should. It is, when I say full of glitter, I mean like reflectively distractingly. Like it is a distractingly like bright glitter. But this one right here is the one that everybody wanted to try. So this is what I took. Actually, what else? Hold on. Here it is. I took these two utensils with me as well. So I have my dip pen here. This is the one I normally use. And then this right here is for my ink. So this is what I use. This was also inside of here. I had just taken it out because I was swatching some inks, but that is what I took as well. I also took my ink notebook. I'm not going to open it for you just yet, but I did bring this, and I feel like something else was in here. Oh, here it is. Here's my ink labels. So these are currently not available in the shop either, but I can make them available if you think they would be useful to you. I'm thinking of either making them a digital download in Canva so you can actually go in and edit it. You can type with whatever font you want and then print and cut it. Or I can sell them as physical and I can print and cut them and you can write on them. I do both, so you let me know which one you think would be great to add to the shop along with the swatch cards. Do you want the digital version so you can print and cut it yourself? Do you want the physical version? with the ink label sheet. Do you want the physical version, or do you want the edit version that you can put into Canva and you are able to edit it, print it, change the font along with the size of the font however you want. And last but not least, this is a hand-stitched pencil case that I got at Itoya in Kyoto. I did purchase it, but I haven't used it yet until now. But this is what I took. I took my scissors. I had brought different rolls of samples of washi tapes. So these are the ones that I took. I brought my Teals Gold nameplate, which I'll set right here in the video. I bring my tweezers because I bring them everywhere. And I brought a non-fountain pen because you always need one. Is that all? Yes, that is all. All right, that is all what I had in my the Superior Labor bag. Now we're going to talk about what I did not use, okay? I used my tweezers. I did not use washi tape. I did not use the non-fountain pen. I did use my scissors. I did not get to use my nameplate. Nobody cared. And I don't think I got to use my mile liners. I think I wanted to, but I don't think I ever got to pull them out. I did not get to use the swatch cards. I did get to hand out my cards. I did get to use my hand sanitizer. LOL, right? I did get to use the paper towels. I was enjoying. I ripped off different parts, but this is what I have left. And of course, I got to use my book. I did use this, but only for one vial that I gifted to someone else. Of course, I used this. And I did get to use this, but not as much as I wanted to. All right, so now that that's over, let me prepare you for the next bag. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't talk about what I learned from this. Okay, what I did learn is that you should pre-set up your pages before you attend the event. My assumption was I would have enough time to set it up while I was there because I heard there would be a table that we can sit at and we're going to try people's stuff. And I told myself I'm bringing all my decorating stuff to set up the outside portions of my pages. And then we're going to use people's pens, swap inks, and stuff like that. I did not, okay? It did not turn out the way I wanted it to. I tried to do as much as I could, but it was just not enough time. For Pelikan Hub, if you are taking any critiques, if it could be like a 4-hour event and not a 2-hour, that hour and a half, 2 hours was not enough for all the things that I felt we should have been able to do, like take ink samples from people, try multiple people's pens, swatch inks that you purchased, getting to know people and swapping different info. I think I only got the info of 3 people out of 40. So I definitely wanted more time. And that is why for next year's, I'm going to pre-decorate. And then I'm just going to be like, okay, let me see your pens. I'm going to do it that way. And I'm a newbie here. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I've never done it before. This is my first time, and this is just how I operate with all events. But now I know I cannot operate in this capacity with this event. Now on to the next bags. Okay, and we're back. Guess who bought 5 inks? Your girl did. Guess who's a big girl now? Me. I have never purchased 5 inks at the same time, okay? I go buy 1 ink and I'm good for 6 months. I go buy another ink, all because I have such wonderful pen friends that I get samples from them on a normal basis. Who needs to grab ink when you have awesome pen friends? PSA, get you a pen friend, okay? Awesome. All right, we're going to close this because we don't need it anymore. Now, these inks were bought at Pen Boutique. When I did my stop, I didn't know if the Paper Herald had ink, so I went ahead and bought some while I was there. And I want to introduce these to you. First up, we have, this is from Colorverse. It is a part of the Glistening series, and I just call it the 1850. This right here is actually my husband's favorite right now. Next up, we have Gold Rush. We have Gold Rush from Colorverse as well. It is one of the USA, USA Special Ink. So yes. Next up, we have the Wearing Gold Queen of Hearts. I have not swatched yet, so you will be with me today when I swatch this ink. Next up, we have Sailor, the 931. I saw someone on YouTube swatch this. I thought it would be great for the new ink mist swap that I am doing. Hopefully my partner cannot hear me right now, but I thought this would be a really good ink for that. And guess what your girl done got? Y'all can see that, right? We have Lord of the Rings, Shadows of Mordor, okay? Your girl is a fan, and not just that. I had more inks than this. I had about 3 more inks, and I had to put those 3 inks back to grab this one, okay? I tried to grab all 3 of the ones that were released. Couldn't get all 3, but I was able to get this one plus these 4. Now, Pen Boutique, hear me, and hear me well. I will be back for the other 2. They have like this blue and this green, and all of them have shimmer in it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need this to focus. It's not focusing. But yes, so I did swatch these 3 already. And to not hold you up with this video, I'm just gonna show you what they look like. And then we're going to swatch the other 2 together. Because who wants to redo what they already did? Not I, okay? All right, so this was the only decorating that I could get at the event. Now, we got a welcome package or message from Pelikan. And this was the opening page. I shrunk it down, I printed it on sticker paper, I cut it out, and I put it in here as a sticker. Now, I printed out the one that had the metrics in it. It's not in here yet, but it will be. It says new records for Pelikan Hubs. Now, I know you guys see that. 10,764 people registered. 290 hub cities around the world and 50 countries. Great job. I must say that this was great to see. For me, especially somebody dealing with data, I made sure to print this out as well. And it will also be on the last page of when I am actually done decorating this. So I wanted to say shout out to Pelikan because that is a really big feat to have. And congratulations on your record-breaking numbers. Now, here are the colors. And I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see like the glitter and everything, and I don't think my light does it justice. It doesn't. Okay. So we have the Ferris Wheel Press Shadows of Mordor, which is it is a burgundy with tons of gold shimmer. The problem right now is it writes just like a brown. So I'm thinking I'm going to use probably my Benu medium nib or my Kaweco broad nib to get all of that like out on the paper. Next up, we have Colorverse, the Glistening series. This also has tons of glitter. It dries a little bit red, and clearly I need to invest in a better camera because I don't think you can see that at all. This is the ink that was inside of this tissue right here. And oh my gosh, you still can't see it, but it's full of glitter. Like everywhere I accidentally put the ink, there was glitter in it, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was stunning. And then we have Gold Rush. I'm going to be honest, I didn't like it when I swatched it, but then it dried. And it was pretty, it literally gave what it was given. It gave me like a vintage gold being found in the Yukon River, or like on the Yukon Trail or the Oregon Trail. And I do like it because one thing I really, oh, you can't see it. One thing I really like about different inks is, can I see it clearly when I write, right? So those two are done. I am going to flip And we are going to swatch the other two. We're going to use my handy dandy Esterbrook and the Coffee Monsters Co. blotter paper. We're going to put it underneath here because I picked two inks that I saw swatched on YouTube, and I want to see what it looked like in person. So we're going to start with the Sailor 931. Let me open it and we will come right back. Okay, so it is now unboxed. We have Sailor 931. I always like to agitate it before I do it, but there also is no shimmer in here. So let's see what this looks like without. Ooh, look at that. It's like a nice plum color. And if my light is not doing it justice for all you people who already know like what this ink looks like, let me know and I will just invest in a better light. Oh, that looks so cute. I do really like that color. I didn't even know that I liked, oh snap, I dropped some. That I would like a plum color, but it writes fairly well. All right, so we're now going to use a fine nib on this. There we go. Yeah, nope. I like it for the simple fact of how dark it is. It's legible. It writes pretty well. What does it look like when you shade it? Okay. I like it, so keeping it. I'm saying that like I can return it. But okay, that is the fourth ink, and the last one we have is the fifth ink. Let me clean off my utensils and we will swatch that while this dries. All right, next up we have, oh my gosh, y'all see that, or it's just me? I love that. Okay, Queen of Heart, and there she go. Boom. Okay, keeping this bottle. I flip it over and y'all see that it has gold shimmer in it. Maybe I was like really into burgundies this trip. Who knows? And clearly I always buy blue. So if y'all need to know what inks I like or gravitate towards, this is where we're at. Okay. All the glitter's gone out of there. Let's go ahead and swatch it while the glitter is still floating. This looks like a brown, but the glitter is amazing. Okay, it's a darker, it's like a brown burgundy, but I like it. Okay, let me see. It looks like it has like shades of pink in it, like shades of blush over here. Okay, let's try it. And I think, what is this from? Wearing Gold? Yes. Let me make sure before I write this wrong. It doesn't say. Yes, it does. Okay, it's Wearing Gold. Okay, I do like it. I can see all the glitter. All right, so let's see how this works. To me, it writes like a brown. I do not get Queen of Hearts. I assume the shimmer is that. I feel like this shading part here might give it, but this fine is really like it's showing up as brown. But I do love the glitter. I do love the glitter. All right. I'm going to close these. I'm going to put it back. And we are going to do like a little light. All right. Can y'all see the glitter in the Queen of Hearts? And the plumness of this Sailor 931. Okay. And that is the official swatch of the inks that I purchased. I have a total of 5. Now I'm going to take all of these out of the boxes because I'm not keeping the boxes. I might keep Shadows of Mordor in there until I buy the other 2 to take a really cute picture. This is cute outside of the box, so I'm glad I have that. But here we go. We have 5 new inks. I'm a big kid now. Yeah. All right, and we are back with what was in my Pelikan Hub goodie bag, okay? So this is everything that was in my goodie bag, and this is what I got from the D-Stash table. From the D-Stash table, I got one of the test tube holders. I had officially just bought my first one a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted another one, and look what happened. I have another one. So the samples that I get from my Ink Mist swap will be going in here. So it was like it was faked. So let's go through everything. We have one of these eyedroppers. We have a it says DIY pen flush, 9 parts distilled water, 1 part ammonia, and a few drops of Dawn detergent. Now, what I can say is this is the largest pen flush I have, period. So all my other ones are about half this size. So this right here is going to come in handy. Somebody drew us a how to clean your pen little tutorial. I'm trying to get this to focus. There we go. Clean your pens tutorial. Okay, there we go. We're going to open it. Step 1, empty pen of all ink. I don't know who drew this, but good job. Next one is step 2, fill with fresh water, cool H2O, and empty repeatedly until it says ejecta is clear. What they mean is this glass container that was inside of there. I now officially have a way to clean my pens that I can still knock it over, of course, but I use red Solo cups, okay? And I can officially get away from the red Solo cups. All right. And step 3, fill with pen flush, eject ink back into the bottle, repeat. I don't know what that says. Repeatedly. There we go. There we go. Final fill, eject with fresh water to clear out the flush, and your pen is clean. I just want to appreciate the little drawings that came in here because this lady or whoever did this had to make 40 of these. So I thought it was really cute. What we also got in our goodie bags was this little notebook that we were able to use to write in. It says hello on the inside, and it does look like cream paper, but it says the Balto Fountain Pen Club, I'm sorry. So that's the sticker for the Baltimore Fountain Pen Club. The Paper Herald hosted, so they did give us one of their stickers. Stationery for the Modern Life. Love it. We also got a 2026 sticker, the Baltimore Washington International Pen Show, Pelikan Hubs, in Pens We Trust. And it says 2026. So I can't wait to use that. This is also just some information for you to share your highlights. And oh, look. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what this is. Boom. Okay, so your homegirl, this is the postcard that was inside of all of the bags. My snail mail postcard is the #1 bestseller in my shop. All the backs of my postcards look like this, so you can do whatever you like. And I even let people know where to place your stamps. Apparently some people don't know. But this right here is in every bag at the Paper Herald. I felt so grateful to be a part of this year's Pelikan Hub, and I cannot wait to do it next year. We're going to do something real cool next year, but I'm excited. This is available in my shop, and I do have a few left, and I cannot wait to see how people use this, right? I want to know who gets it. Snail mail. Nothing gets more snailier mailier, if that's a word, than a postcard, okay? Because there's actual postcard stamps. And those stamps take forever. I don't recommend it. I recommend forever stamps. We ended up with one of the clear fountain pens. I don't know what brand it is, but it is a fine tip clear pen that I have been using with my Pelikan little pen holder. I thought this was cute. This is hilarious. It is a Pelikan cutout pen holder. My thumb fits in here, and that was inside of the bag as well. I did enjoy having this. Everybody's name was on it, and it decorated the table. I did make this out of stickers already, so I'll be able to decorate. And last but not least, we have the ink. Let's open it. Yep, so October 24th, 2025. We have a postcard. Cool. Ink memories and creative moments. Oh, I love that. You know what I might do with this? I might send this. This is going to be a traveling postcard for people to sign. You have to sign with a fountain pen and ink on here, and it needs to make its way back to me. I'll think about it. Should I trust y'all? I don't really know. I don't know if I'm going to get that back. What is this? We have, oh, it's a notepad. It's a Pelikan Hub notepad. Can I open it? Yeah, let's open it. I don't know why I dropped the scissors instead of the top. All right, let's open it and see what type of notepad, because I want to see what the pages look like. I thought they would look like that, but that doesn't make any sense. And I haven't seen anybody else open it yet either. If I can get it, Jesus. Oh, it's blank. Okay. It's blank. But the paper is smooth, though. I don't think we should use smooth paper with ink. Unless you have a fine pen. Whatever you do, don't use a broad nib on this. It looks like it'll kind of like fall off with how smooth it is. I'm gonna have to try it later. But I do like it though. Really good size. Look how thick it is. All right, so we're gonna put these back in here. All right, and the ink is in here. So this is the Edelstein ink collection ink of the year, which is apricot, Ashay. There we go. Apricot Ashay. Let's check it out. Oh, first of all, the bottle is beautiful. Look at that. Admire it with me. Admire it with me. Okay, so first of all, the bottle is absolutely beautiful. I went ahead and swatched this for you guys so you can take a look at it. It is not my favorite color. I don't like apricot colored anything. So I will be giving out samples of this. If you would like a sample, please drop it down in the comments or message me so we can get you a sample and get it shipped out so you can look at it and try it too and add it to your collection. I'm keeping the bottle, so I'm at least keeping a quarter of what's in here for aesthetic purposes only. But let me show you guys what it looks like swatched on paper. Okay, so here it is. It is this bright, it's an apricot color, clearly. But it is too light for me to write with. And this isn't a color that I would choose for normal writing. But I hope you can see what that looks like. And if you do like it, I will gladly hand over a sample. So if you would like the apricot hachette, let me know. Now, as we flip back over to me trying to set this up for Pelikan Hub, this was as far as I got. At Pelikan Hub, I tried people's pens. This was my first Pelikan that I have ever written with. I do not have one of these pens. I used different pens. This one was a scribe nib. We have a broad nib. I can say all the pens that I tried from other people, your ink was on point. And I didn't even ask you what the ink was. I feel like a really bad fountain pen person because I didn't ask anybody, not anybody, but I didn't ask anybody I wrote with what type of ink they used. I asked what type of pen they used. So we have Kara's Customs. We have an Enso. It was a titanium bodied pen. This was my first monograppa because I don't have one. Broad nib. A Pilot Mew from 1973. I did not know what this was, but I did just at least write my name to see how it felt. And it was a Pilot VP, but from the mid 80s. So these were the pens that I got to try out. There were other pens that I wrote like on their paper with, not mine, but this was all I could have recorded. And then of course we have what we just swatched. But now I know, prep my pages in advance so I can have a much better experience of making sure I can maximize all the things that I get to try. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I am back because I want to talk about my actual experience. I want to start you from the beginning of my day to the end of my day. We went through the intricacies of what I received and what I packed. So now let's talk about experience. Let's chat. First of all, clearly I am new to this, right? So I did not pick the hub that was closest to me, which was a fail on my part. I did not read the directions on how to sign up. I was asked to sign up so a store can be picked as a hub, but I didn't see the option to pick a store. I was told to pick a location. But I'd also, apparently I did not know the location of where the store was. I just knew Maryland. So I just selected Maryland, and apparently I was placed at a store based off of that. I received emails going forward and thought everybody was going to be there. So I had pen friends from the DC pen crew that I thought that I was going to see. And they're just like, yeah, we'll see you at Pen Boutique. And I'm like, aren't we at the Paper Herald? And they were like, no. So I selected the wrong location, which resulted in me having to drive over 3 hours to get to the location for Pelikan Hub. So I did have to take off half a day of work to get there. I did enjoy myself, as you saw at the video at the beginning. I wanted to have a good, fun day or outing. So I left my house around 1:30. I made it to, first of all, traffic. Traffic from Virginia through DC to Maryland to Baltimore is ridiculous on a Friday. I was driving and my time kept climbing. Like if I'm driving and I'm creating a distance from my house to where I'm going, why isn't the time going down? It kept creeping up. It started at 2 hours and 3 minutes. It jumped to 2 hours and 46 minutes. And then the Paper Herald was 38 minutes away from Pen Boutique. So I spent a lot of my day driving. I was tired. Okay, next time I'm going to have to get a hotel room, which I didn't want to do. But I also did not know that there were other Pelikan Hubs like on my way there. Now I do know. We will be smarter next year. Not because I don't want to go back to the Paper Herald, but the drive, right? It was on a weekday and I still had to work. So the only option was to take off or hopefully it was after working hours. The event was after working hours, but I had to drive to get there. So lesson learned. Number 2, I went to Pen Boutique. Shout out to the crew at Pen Boutique because you guys always have a great time when I come. I got there, a couple of people remembered who I was, and I was like, okay, guys, I need somebody to be in my video. They selected somebody who was going to be in my video. And if you look at the second, when I hop over to Pen Boutique, they opened the door and told me to come on in, which I thought was really, really cool. So they helped out with that. But not just that, we were actually going to record like a little dance scene. They were busy. They had a busy day and we were not able to record it, but I guarantee you it would have been really fun. So I'm just going to come back and we're going to do it again. We're actually going to get it recorded this time. After that, I drove to the Paper Herald. We go back to traffic. It's the event started at 6:30. I got there at 6:50 due to the fact of traffic. Crazy, okay? I came into the place. There was a lot of people in there, and our little baggies were on the table, and everybody was so nice, which I really, really appreciated. I got pictures with people. So we're going to do a little montage at the end of this where I'm going to show you the video and the pictures that I took while I was there. It was not a lot, and it was not what I wanted. The atmosphere was so quaint that it felt wrong to record. I'm going to be honest. I did not feel like being that one person that walked around with their camera, shoving it in people's faces. Let me get you like writing real quick. Let me get a photo of that. Let me get a video of that. It was way more intimate than that. So I didn't want to ruin that type of vibe. The pictures and videos that I do have are from when most people were leaving, and it kind of died down a little bit. And it was for people like I actually talked to while I was there. So I hope you enjoy those. I ended up, they did have food and water. We got to sign a banner. So the picture that's at the end of my reel is of all of us who signed the banner and who was in attendance. And we got to take a picture with that. So hopefully Pelikan Hub is going to repost all of the hubs. And I am in that photo. It was really cool because I got to put my first name and then I did Teal's Gold in parentheses. So it'll always be there. The third thing is the people. There were people there that was like, I don't want it to sound rude, like multifaceted. We had one guy who he had knitted his shawl that he was wearing. Another lady, she brought her yarn because she crochets. We had government workers there. We had people who like certain types of pens. I'm pretty sure I saw one of a podcast guy that was there. I looked at him and I was like, I think I've seen you on a Zoom, but I don't know your name. I didn't ask either. So yeah, but everybody was really, really nice, really cool and enthusiastic. And like I said earlier, when I showed you which pens I took, everybody was interested in my Benu pen. So we did the whole, we did the puff pass, or I'm gonna call it the right pass, because that's what happened. But we passed it. And it was really fun for people to be like, oh my gosh, this is so shiny. Like, I really, really love it. Perfect. A lot of people, I saw the most of titanium pens from a lot of the men. And then I saw a lot of resin pens from a lot of the women. And it was a lot of like the glitter swirls. And one lady had like, I can't tell if it was like orange or burgundy, but it was a Mont Blanc. It was great. And then we had another guy. He had like the biggest collection, like he brought with him. And he had a lot of pelicans. A lot of pelicans. We did look at each other's wish lists, which I thought was really fun. This one guy had like a list of Mont Blancs that he wanted. And I was like, I don't know what job you have to have all of those on your wish list. He was like, look, it's a wish list. I can wish for what I want. That doesn't mean I can grab it. I was like, you know what? You're right. The only two things that kind of, I don't want to say like it's bad or anything, but it was not enough time, which I've already expressed. I felt like this should have been a 4-hour event, not a 2. And mine was an hour and a half. So it was an hour and a half event. I drove over 3 hours to get there. So the hour and a half was not sufficient for me. And another thing was a table space. I barely had enough space to put my stuff down and to be able to use other people's pens and inks. Now, I bought those 5 bottles of inks that I wanted everybody to get a chance to swatch. I was not able to set them out. I was able to open one of them and allow just the person standing next to me to do it. They had enough chairs. They had a stack of chairs for us to grab, but I didn't have enough table space to actually be able to use other people's pens without standing over their shoulder and being able to write. So those are my only 2 things that I wish were better. And I get it. There was a long table throughout the entire length of the room, but it wasn't enough for the people that we had there. I ended up having to put my stuff on top of a filing cabinet. And it still wasn't enough space for me to have people come over, try my stuff, or for me to go over and try theirs. I got to talk to our Pen Hub leader. I got to talk to Ashley, and I think the other lady's name is Terry. Ashley did a fabulous job. She talked to me for a little bit afterwards, and she's the one who made sure that I was able to get the footage for my reel, because I took the footage from that reel at the end of the event, not at the beginning. I walked in and it was packed, and I was like, I can't walk in here with my camera over here. It just looked weird. So I waited for people to start trickling out, and then I shot that shot. And she was like, oh, whatever you need us to do, let me see it. We can do it. She helped me out immensely. So we got a really good reel from a day that literally took, I was on the road for about 7 hours that day. And I was tired, but we got it. We got it. But all in all, my Pelikan Hub experience was a fabulous one, and I cannot wait to do it again. I wonder who's hosting next year, so I need to write it down in my planner so I can be a good planner. But I had a wonderful time. I have never been to anything like that specifically outside of the DC Pen Show, and I want to do it again. So Pelikan Hub, I'm in. You sold me. And I need the white rose gold M600. That's the one I really want. So I'm going to add it to my wish list, right? And I can't wait for next year. If you have not joined our Rightfully Scribed community, the Rightfully Scribed community is for Black women who love ink and fountain pens, to create a space for us to support each other. So YouTube videos, things that you're pushing out, speaking engagements, we're here to support you. And if you haven't joined the Patreon is open for everyone. I have 3 tiers. It'll be linked below. Please go out, check it out, see if you like it. And let's be real, I send out Happy Mail every month. I know you like Happy Mail. I like Happy Mail. So if you would like mail, go ahead and sign up. There is a free option, and there's tons of free content. You can go look at it. You can try to participate in whatever is still going on, but go ahead and check it out. Other than that, follow me on Instagram at Teals_gold, and you'll have more content coming from me with fountain pens in the future. And I'll see you guys later. Now, take a look at all the footage that I got. These stash tables.
I remember. Okay.